everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So I'm going to try to get some meal prep done today. I have about an hour to get all this done. The only thing that I've done so far is I made my husband's eggs for his egg sandwiches, and those are in the fridge cooling at the moment. So what I'm hoping to do is I want to cut up a cantaloupe and measure out some cottage cheese for my breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and whip up some salads for my lunches. I'm going to go ahead and make his sandwiches and get some chips ready for his lunches. And then if I have any time left, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what dinner items I might be able to prep. I don't know, we'll see how far I get into it, but let's jump in, enough chit chat, and see how far we get. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab some applesauce and put together 4 of these. I just wanted to have these just for some little sweet treat throughout the day. I don't know about you, but sometimes I just want something sweet. So I thought it might be easier just to go ahead and do this. Now you can buy the little snack cups, but it's way cheaper just to do it like this. Without trying to make a mess. So I have one I just bought here because I knew I wasn't going to have enough for all of this. Go ahead and get one more of these ready. And then what I plan on doing is just throwing some cinnamon. I just have regular ground cinnamon here. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on top. And then I'm going to throw lids on these and we're good to go. So this is just, like I said, just going to be like a little sweet treat, either after lunch or as an afternoon snack while I'm at work. So quick and simple, easy to put together, but it's one of those things that if I had to do this in the morning before I left for work, I probably wouldn't do it because it's just an extra step and something else that's going to be tacked onto my morning to, help me run late. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our cantaloupe cut up into small pieces and into containers. Just going to grab a knife here. Now, if you were watching my grocery haul, you would see that I went to Blocks, which is a local farm market that we have here, and picked up some cantaloupes and a bunch of other stuff so that we're ready for the week, just to kind of have a successful week and have some really good, yummy, fresh fruits and vegetables to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this cut up. Then I'll scoop the seeds out of it. Did I grab a spoon? Of course not. That would have been way too easy. So I'm just working my way around the cantaloupe here. Saves time if you just cut it all and then throw it all away. I don't know what I was thinking. I know you can't see me cutting over here, but it's really hard when you're right-handed to cut that way, and I had my camera set up the other way and the angle was just off, so I thought this just might be easier. I'm going to grab a spoon so I can scoop the insides out. A couple little green areas here. I'm going to flip this over real quick before I cut this in half. It's always a process, and here's the thing. I know I only have an hour. I'm trying to hurry, and now I feel rushed. So I guess I just need to slow down, and whatever I don't get done today, I can always tackle on Monday night when I get off work. As long as I get everything ready for us for tomorrow, I think that'll be good. My goal is to get this video up by Tuesday, so we'll see how well I do. All right. So I'm going to cut this in half really quick. Scoop out the middles. I know this is off camera, isn't it? No, we're still a little bit in there. It always helps to work next to the sink because then you can just dump all this right into the sink and just kind of makes it quicker. All right, that's one little seed in there. All right, get the second one done. And tell me in the comments, do you do that? Does it kind of make you feel rushed and nervous when you know you only have a certain set of time to accomplish something that you know that you really need to get done? And I've been meal prepping in the background. I know I haven't filmed it every week because sometimes we get busy and I'm just meal prepping last minute and just getting done the things that I want to get done. And I didn't feel like that was going to be, you know, a fun video for you to watch or even be something that you would enjoy. So just thought it was easier just to kind of film these every once in a while when I have the time, just to make it easier for me and more enjoyable for you. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and cut this into strips. I always try to be careful when I do this because these are always so slippery. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is I have these containers. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to fill up the larger size with the cantaloupe, and then I'm gonna fill up the smaller size with my cottage cheese. So I'll just show you one. And then I'll go ahead and do the rest off camera. So approximately 2 slices, I'd say. So about that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these done off camera. I'll come back when I'm ready to throw the cottage cheese in. Okay, we've got that done, and what I did is I went ahead and put the extra into my food savers here. So we've got that covered up. What I thought I would do is I'm using this fat-free cottage cheese, and I thought I would try 3/4 cups in here and see what that looks like. That's going to be 3 SmartPoints. So my entire breakfast will be 3 SmartPoints. So I thought that would be a nice good, and it might be enough. I mean, it might be too much. I don't know. We're going to see. We'll try the first one, and if that one's too much, I'll back it down to 1/2 cup. Looks like a kind of a lot though, doesn't it? We're going to put it in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 1/2 cup in the rest of these. So we'll have one be 3, and the rest of these will be 2 SmartPoints each at 1/2 cup. I'll make sure I take that first one tomorrow so I don't get them mixed up. So we're going to go ahead and put 1/2 cup in the rest of these. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Yeah, I think that's going to work out better. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fill these up, and then I'll come back. So what I decided to do is I just went ahead and took some out of that first one, back that down to 1/2 cup, and then all these will be 2 SmartPoints. So I think that's probably the better route for me, because trust me, I'll get busy and I'll forget which one was the first one, and I think the 1/2 cup was going to be better anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the lids on these, and then we'll see what's up next. Okay, so while I was pulling out my salad stuff, I saw my strawberries and my grapes, so I went ahead and just pulled those together, washed those, got those pulled off of the stems. So I've got my grapes ready and this bowl of strawberries to use however I want to use those. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff in the fridge. We'll switch over, I'll get my salads done, and then we'll see what's next. All right, so my husband loves radishes. So I went ahead and grabbed these radishes at the fruit market. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these up into chunks for him. And just nice little bite-sized pieces will work. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cut up, and then I'll throw these into little containers so that he can take them this week. Along with, I'm going to cut up some cucumbers for him as well. So he'll have some cucumbers and some radishes, and that'll be a nice little healthy snack for him to snack on in the afternoons while he's at work. So I'm going to get these done, and then again I will come back, and then hopefully then we'll get to our salads. Okay, we've got that done. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my lunches prepped for the week for myself. And I'm only gonna take 4 salads this week. The 5th day I'll probably just take leftovers or something. So I have some of that premium romaine bagged lettuce here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and separate that into 4 containers. I think that's probably about the proper amount that will go in here. And you'll see that I also have my coleslaw back there as well. I plan on taking 2 Oriental salads this week. So I figured that I will go ahead and take these 2 small ones over here and make Oriental salads out of those. And then I'll just have, maybe I'll do 3 Orientals. Those are so good. All right, so we'll go 3 Oriental, and then maybe I'll do like a berry salad. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I've already washed my tomatoes in this container, so we're gonna see how many I have here to use before I have to start cutting my bigger tomatoes to use. And I'm gonna take the time to actually cut these today, because last week I didn't cut them, and they're just difficult to eat, especially if they're a little bit bigger. So get all these in here. And let me know in the comments if you take salads to work too. In the summertime, I find it easier. You know that in the wintertime, I always like to take soups or, you know, just something a little more comfort foody. And it always works out better for me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut up a tomato here. And I'm hoping that by not taking the time to clean up in between meals here, that it's gonna make things go quicker. I'm just gonna do 1 cleanup at the end. My kitchen sink looks like a disaster area, but that's okay, because that way at least I'll get through this and have everything ready. It's a beautiful day outside. I really don't wanna spend the entire day in my kitchen prepping when I could be out enjoying the weather. So my hope is just to hurry up and get these done and then get outside and enjoy the rest of the day. All right, that's good. I'm gonna get my coleslaw opened. Get my hands a quick little wipe here. And I'm just gonna throw like a handful of coleslaw on the 2 lightest ones. And it doesn't take a lot. We'll just do it on these. But it's just enough crunch to give it that, ooh, these are so good salad vibes. All right, I'd say that's good. Next up, we're gonna get our English cucumber done. And I like these in salads better because, I don't know, they seem, I don't know, crispier maybe? All right, so we're gonna get this chopped up. Should have brought out both of them, because I'm gonna need some for my husband. Maybe I'll just cut this one up. I'll use half and then I'll give him the other half. And honestly, I only like a little bit of cucumber in my salads. I mean, I would rather have cucumber just plain. Not really a fan of them really in my salad. Normally what I do is I pull it off and eat them before I put my salad dressing on. All right, so we've got that done and out of the way. All right, let's see what else we need. We need mandarin oranges, because those are always good. Okay, so I have these no sugar added mandarin oranges, and these always work out really great on my salads. So I only actually need 2 of these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open these and drain the juice. And always remember, the rule is if you drain the juice, it's 0 SmartPoints, just don't drink the juice. So I'm gonna throw these on my Oriental salads. And then I have, I don't even know if I have those here. I have some wonton strips, and I think I took them to work, so I just took the bag to work, and then I just pull a little bit out to use while I'm there, because it's just really hard to kind of keep carrying stuff back and forth. So when I get a bag, I just keep one in my desk drawer. So I'm going to add wonton strips to this and some salad dressing, and I think that's it. Oh, I'm going to put chicken on it too. My chicken is actually frozen. I have the frozen diced chicken downstairs. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure that out and add this here. And then that will be ready to go. I'll show you my salad dressing and then we'll close this out because my other two salads, I think I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe I'll do a berry poppy seed salad on those. Okay, so this is the salad dressing I'm going to be using for my Oriental chicken salads. So I'll go ahead and measure that out. And then for my strawberry berry salads, I'm going to use the Skinny Girl poppy seed. This is stupid low in points. I mean, 2 tablespoons, 0 points. I think 4 tablespoons comes out to be 1 smart point. You totally cannot beat that. All right, so I have some frozen berries. I'm not sure what this is going to do to my salad by putting it on here, but hopefully not too much. Just going to put a couple of those in here. And then by the time I eat this, they'll thaw. Might as well just use the rest of those and get rid of this bag, right? A couple more in there. All right, that's good. So we've got that in there, and then I have my strawberries that I just cut up. I'll put some strawberries in there. That looks pretty good. Not sure, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'll remember. Maybe I'll take that other mandarin oranges and throw it on top of that one. And then just put my chicken on it. That sounds good. That'll make it look really pretty too. All right, we're just draining that last one. Then I'll take half and half. A little bit of juice still left in there. Oops. All right, that looks good. All right, done and done. So there's my 4 salads for the week. I'm super excited about having those. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of salad dressing into my containers. And then I will come back and I think we're gonna get his sandwiches done next because that's like the major things that I wanna get done. Everything else will just be fluff this week. All right, so hang tight. Okay, I'm just finishing up his chips, and just so you know, I have not stopped the timer. So I set a timer before I got started and we're still good on time. So I went ahead and just got his chips together because nobody wants to see me pouring chips into bowls. So that's done. I have his eggs that are cooled off here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw these together next. And if you've not seen my eggs before, all I do is I take the egg cooker and I put in 1 egg, a tablespoon of bacon crumbles, and then I cook those in the microwave. I let them completely cool. And then I will now throw them onto English muffins with a half slice of cheese. And if you haven't heard me say this before, the reason why I use a half slice of cheese is because of the fact that if you use an entire slice of cheese, it just melts off in the microwave and you're kind of wasting the cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of these together for you. Put the light on here and the fan's getting a little hot in here. And then after I get one put together, again, I'll come back off again and then we'll get his sandwiches ready. So I just put the egg on. And I buy the big thing of cheese at Costco, so it's always easier for me just to put it in a baggie. So I grab the cheese and I just fold it in half, pop that on, put this on, and then I throw it into his containers, which I thought I had out here a second ago. I do. So I throw it in one of his containers here, and then he just takes it to work. He heats it up in the microwave right in the container and he's good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put together and then I'll come back. And when I make his sandwiches, I only make 3 sandwiches, and then on Wednesday night I make number 4 and 5. And I'm sure they would be fine, but I always find it, I just want to keep it fresher for him just to make sure that he, you know, I don't want him eating soggy sandwiches. So we're gonna go ahead and get his sandwiches together. Now this week he's taking salami sandwiches, so he's going to do mustard, salami, and cheese. And I know everybody knows how to make sandwiches, so I'm not going to bore you with this one either. So I'm just going to get some mustard on here. I'm going to slap a piece of cheese on each of these. Then I'm going to start divvying out the hard salami. And then once I get that done, I'll come back and then I'll show you what's next. I wanted to try to get one more thing done, so I'm going to try to hurry through this and then I'll come back. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do is go ahead and throw together some hummus, because if you watch my grocery haul, and since I've mentioned it like 3 times, I'll link that below, I found my Joseph pitas. So these are 1 SmartPoint for 1, which again, hummus is perfect for that. So the only thing I've done is I went ahead and drained and rinsed my chickpeas, and I'm just using just regular old Great Value Walmart brand chickpeas. So I've got those in there, and then we're going to start putting in our ingredients. The first thing we're going to need is garlic. So we need 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And I always just put like a heaping in there. Then we need 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. So that's 1 and 2. We need a ½ teaspoon of cumin, or cumin, however you like to pronounce it. I'm just going to grab a little bit more of a heaping of that, because I think it just gives it more flavor. Next thing that we need is 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, just in case you were wondering why I left that tablespoon in there. That's 1 and 2. I'm gonna go ahead and set these off to the side back here, just to get them out of the way. All right. Next thing we need is tahini, and if you've not purchased tahini before, you can find it in just about any grocery store. And what happens with tahini, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see the oil floating on the top? What you have to do is you have to just take a knife and just stir that together. It's like a tahini paste, so it's oh, see, now I knew what it was. It's sesame seeds. So it's a sesame seed paste, I think is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stirred together. And then there's no other easier way to do it. I wish there were. So you just have to keep pulling it up from the bottom until you can get that all incorporated. All right, that's good. So I need 2 tablespoons of this. It's like there's a clump in there. I'm trying not to get that clump. All right, so that's 1. And 2. All right, so we pulled that together. And the recipe that I'm making makes 8 servings, and each serving is 1 SmartPoint. So that works out to be pretty good. So, all right, so we're just going to whisk this together. Remember when at the beginning of the video I said I don't like to be rushed because of the fact that I just feel it's a little overwhelming? Look what I did. I dropped the top to my small food processor. I am so bummed. I cracked it, the piece came off. Thank goodness it still looks like it's gonna work, but I'm not happy at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start to pulse this. Can you see that? Make sure that you guys have a view on that. Okay, so we're going to start to pulse this, and as we do that, we're going to add some water in because it's going to be too thick the way it is. So I just have a cup of water here. And as soon as it starts to get there, I just pour some water in here, and it just starts to drizzle down. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done, and I'll come back and show you the final product. Okay, so we have this done, and what I like to do is when I'm holding down the button, I like when it just kind of free flows and goes through, and then I know it's a good consistency for me. And basically you could make this any consistency you like. It's totally just a personal preference. So, got a little. So here is the hummus. You can see that it's nice and creamy. No, I did not pull the skins off. I used to do that, and it would take me forever, and then I found out later you really don't have to do that. So, nice, yummy hummus so that I can have during the week with that pita, and again, that's going to be a 2-point snack, one for the pita, one for the hummus, and I'll go ahead and get this packaged. So the only thing that I need to do is I need to package up my hummus, and I need to pull my chicken out of the freezer and get that separated for my salads. And then let's talk about what we can do in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I got my husband's 3 sandwiches done. Okay, those are here. I'm gonna bring you back and bring you down. So I got his 3 sandwiches done. I got his 4 of 5 chips done that he needed. Extra fruits, cantaloupe, grapes, strawberries done. I pulled together 4 salads with the salad dressings. And for the salad dressing, if you have a salad dressing and it's on the thicker side, add some water in there. It spreads easier and you get more. I have my 4 applesauces done. His 5 breakfast sandwiches, and my 5 breakfasts of cantaloupe and cottage cheese, and some extra cucumbers. So that's what I have. So hopefully you enjoyed today's meal prep. Hopefully it kind of gives you some ideas if you are crunched for time and you just need to get a few things done. This is going to be enough to make my week easier. Again, I'm going to be set up for tomorrow, which is Monday. Again, I'll try to get this up by Tuesday. I'm going to be set up for Monday. At least it's one less thing that I have to worry about. I could grab and go, have everything in my lunch bag, and not have to worry about having to either A, spend extra money buying stuff for my breakfast or lunch, or B, eating something totally unhealthy. So with that said, I'm going to sign off from here. I'm going to go ahead and get my hummus packaged up, get my chicken packaged up, and again, thanks for watching.